guys, what's up? My name's Anger Banjo. We're playing Persona 4 Golden right now on the PC, and we are just wrapping up our midterms, and it looks like we're having some audio issues here with our game today. It looks like we don't have any audio from in-game, which is going to be rough because you're going to just sit here and hear me kind of talking for the next 15-20 minutes or however long this video is. But now that midterms are over, we're going to have a lot of free time right now to be able to kind of go back to our normal routine here. We're going to be able to go back and start building our social links. We're going to go back and be able to do our reading, grab our fortunes to rank up our social links, and we're going to get some story elements probably too. I have a feeling we're going to get some, with my luck, with this recording not having actual audio from the game, we're gonna get some like major story elements, and that seems to be an unfortunate circumstance. It looks like I'm just guessing with my luck with these kind of videos, so I do apologize feverishly for that. And with these kind of games, it's kind of hard to realize that you don't have this, and then you kind of save over and you can't go back. You know, I've had that happen before previously in this game when I was starting this originally, where we had issues with audio where I think it was an audio issue with the actual machine I was playing the game on, where the audio would be distorted. So we had issues like that beforehand. So it looks like when we're spending time with Kanji today, we're actually made these dolls, and they are amazing. They're very intricate, and it's really impressive because I feel like these are going to go over very well. That's just my theory. Looking at these things, you really can't see them, but in this on the PC version, they're in much better detail than they ever were on the Vita version, and even the PlayStation 2 version. There's nothing wrong with playing this on another console. I know, for instance, you are able to play this on the PlayStation 3. You can actually purchase the PS2 version for the on the PS3, but it's not on the PS4, because if it was, I would have purchased it and played it on there. But I mean, like, for $20, this is not that bad of a deal to be able to play this game, and you're gonna get your money's worth even in one playthrough. I think I have some friends who played this game. They played it for like 60-70 hours, and that was it. People don't like playing games more than once. I think we're probably gonna log about 130, 140 hours between our two playthroughs in Persona 4 here. The first playthrough, I think we were like 80 hours or so, and now the second playthrough we're at we're gonna probably be at like 50, 60 hours. The second playthrough is always quicker because we know what we're doing, and we don't have to really like grind as much. And it looks like Kanji's we're probably pretty far in Kanji's social link right now. I want to say we're like rank 6 or 7. I'm not 100% sure, but for some reason I've always had this easiness with ranking up Kanji. Yeah, we're at rank 7 now. I've always had this ability to just easily rank up Kanji's social link, and it just blows my mind that that's something that I've never had an issue with, and I don't know why. It just is what it is. And it's crazy that Kanji, the voice actor for Kanji, I might have said this before, is the same voice actor who does Joel from The Last of Us. So there's this really different voice style for them. And he also did Snow in Final Fantasy 13, in case you're wondering. Very, very good voice actor. You know, games have to have the best voice actors in order to really just continue to get jobs. It doesn't look like there's anyone home right now, and now Nanako is walking in the door. Of course, this scene would be completely and utterly, obviously, voiced over, and our audio issues are really just plaguing that right now. It looks like we got a letter in the mail. Oh boy, this is going to be rough. The letter is addressed to Mr. Yu Narukami, but the sender's name and address are nowhere to be found. So this person probably dropped this off instead of going through the Japanese postal service. Only one sentence is printed on here: don't rescue anymore. And it is in all lowercase letters. It wouldn't be in anything else. I don't want to say anything else. Yeah, the letter wouldn't. The text would not show anything other than what's actually on the letter, and it's all in lowercase. That's kind of sus there. Very suspicious, so to speak. Don't rescue anymore. It looks like we're gonna actually have to talk to our friends tomorrow after school. And like I said, this is where all having the audio issues really is terrible, because we're gonna go forward here. Oh, it's a cutscene. This must be the person who sent us the letter here. At least we're able to have subtitles on the anime sequences now, which is great. We really needed that. All things considered, needless to say. But yeah, it looks like tomorrow we're going to be talking with our friends about the letter. It's very suspicious, to say the least. And I think we're actually getting close to the next big event here in the game. And I feel like trying to put all this together here, I feel like Naoto would be able to handle this the best because of her detective background and everything like that. I said this before multiple times. I really do wish in the game, and this is just a kind of like part of a wish list for Persona titles, is that they really just need to add the, and I know it's really hard to do, and the amount of work that it kind of requires is the amount of work it would require to be able to have it that other characters recognize that you're in a relationship with another girl throughout the game and have different like dialogue options throughout the game. It's ridiculous and it's hard, and I get it. I really do. It would be nice though if they did that. But yeah, asking me if I show this to Dojima, I'm like, no, I'm not going to show this to Dojima. I know he's a detective, but if we were to show it to him, we'd be in pretty deep shit, so to speak. And that's not something we want to happen, at least not this moment in time in terms of the game. So they're really coming to terms, trying to figure out who would have sent this letter, and we're all going to kind of lean towards the fact that, yeah, it probably is the culprit. But we really can't, they're not going to be able to figure out who it is just from this letter, as Naoto is really explaining here. Talking about the text and the subtext of the whole thing. Now, the fact that it says don't rescue anymore, you kind of have to wonder what the actual meaning behind that is. I mean, I know what it is based on the actual, having played the game multiple times, knowing exactly what's going to happen next, but at this point, it does look like that the case is not fully closed, and it looks like we might have another case. And it would make sense that we have another case based on the fact that Naoto just joined the party, and since Naoto is brand new to the party, we're not going to have a chance to actually use her in the game. And I actually never really used Naoto in the game, in the party before until recently, because I never actually liked Naoto's character. Recent playthroughs with a different character arc, I've come to terms that Naoto is actually not a bad character at all, and her actual what's the word I'm thinking of? In combat in the dungeons, she's actually pretty good and very useful. The fact that she learns specific skills that we'll see later when we actually go through the dungeon, on top of the fact that she also has other skills that she can learn in other ways as well, really kind of makes her character a little bit better than I thought she would be. So yeah, they still don't know how the Midnight Channel works per se. They have the theory that when the person shows on the TV, it means they're the next victim. But when they're fully seen, that they're going. I think they came up with that when they're fully seen, they are actually already in the TV. I don't know if that's something they came up with yet. I'm pretty sure they came up with that around the time Rise was kidnapped. But I don't want to say that and be like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. So we're going to put a pin in that thought process now. And like Josuke says, we're not going to think about stuff we don't understand. And I totally get and relate to that. Now, at this point in the game, your first playthrough, if we're getting ready for another dungeon, I feel like the next dungeon, knowing what it is, it's going to be shorter than all the others. And we're going to see that in terms of plot points in a little bit. And I think holding on to that letter, it could come in handy. But I mean, I know it'll come in handy as the player. So we tell the player that we'll have to wait when the situation changes to see what happens. So I think we're going to have that bit of a lull right now for the foreseeable future. What's Chie talking about now? She wants to change the subject. Ah, the Culture Festival. The Culture Festival is going to be fun. In case you guys have never played a Persona game before, or if you played 5, you'll be aware of they do a culture festival for the school, and they did it in 5, and I'm trying to figure out which one was superior, being that, like, I remember I played both 4 and 5 this year. I haven't played 3 yet. I'm going to try to play 3 before the year's out, but the culture festival in 5 resulted in some comedic results. Royal ended up with some really forced upon things, but I feel like 4 handles it a little differently and not with as much grace and class, and I say that in the best way possible because the culture festival incident in this game is hilarious. And it's one of those sequences where you kind of are like, it's literally like an hour and a half like cinema. Not really a cinematic scene, but it's a very lengthy like cutscene, so to speak. So we do have our afternoon free. We are able to spend time with our social links, and as you can see, Chie is not an option. And the reason why Chie is not an option is because, you know, there are certain days for every character. Chie and Yukio are both sitting in the classroom, so they would not be available for any kind of social link activity. Yosuke not being in there, he should be an option. And we do have Kanji at rank 7, we did see that. We're going to take a look at the shopping district and see what's going on here. We're actually at rank 9. I know we're at rank 9 with Marie. You see Kanji, we can't rank up with him because he's sitting there. Yeah, Kanji's sitting there with his bike. That is actually a special event that we can actually do later on, so to speak. So we're going to go into the Velvet Room. Nope, we're going to go on. I thought we went in the Velvet Room for a minute. Alright, so we're in the North Shopping District. We're going to talk to this guy. This is actually our flag for the Fortune Arcana social link. And we're going to have to answer his questions that he's asking us. We're not actually going to have to answer it, but because our knowledge? I think it's our knowledge. Because our knowledge is high enough, we're going to actually be able to answer the questions with ease. Like outside of the games, like, you know, him asking us things. Yeah, our knowledge. So, essentially, this is the flag to start Naoto's social link, and once we get that flag, we should be able to start ranking up with Naoto. And Naoto's social link can be done pretty quickly. We're not going to be kind of handicapped with Naoto based on the weather. So, some social links we can't do anything with if it's raining or any kind of inclement weather. But with Naoto, we can actually do it even when it is raining, if it's snowing, or any kind of weather like that. We'll be able to rank up with them, rank up with her, and we can do it. I think some people have said they were able to do Naoto's entire social link within 20 days in game. Just letting you guys know that that is something that you are capable of doing. But right now, I don't think we're able to do her social link to start it off yet. So we're going to hold off on that, but we're going to go back to the high school here. And usually she will be hanging out on the first floor to our right, down that hallway. I think we're going to be able to start it in a few days. Yeah, she's not there. But we can actually spend time with I, except for now I actually never took care of the request that I had for me, which was to ask Daisuke what type of girls. This is such a high school situation right now. We actually have to find Daisuke. He's right here. Talk to Daisuke, find out, you know, what kind of girls he likes, and then report back to I, and then we get our little fun socialing thing. And I think at this point in the game, we've actually reached the part in I's social link where we should be safe from having us kind of revert back a rank, but we can still end up with one. She still has 3 different endings for her social link. 3 different endings. I've never seen this before in a game, in a Persona game, where a social link can have not 1, not 2, because you can have a romance and a platonic ending, but this one has 3. Really insane, right? And I can't get over the fact that Daisuke pretty much doesn't have any interest in her. And it's unfortunate for her. I mean, now we have to kind of go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth here. And it's a very frustrating thing because this social link event, it's a pretty lengthy one. Now she's going to make us literally ask him, what do you think about I? And of course, if we were further, as you guys remember, in Dice Case Social Link as well, there's that event going on with him as well, where he still has that crush on his his middle school girlfriend. He still has feelings for her, and that's like, makes sense. And I think this situation would be a little bit different if we were spending time with Ko instead of Daisuke, because I would be the manager of the basketball team, and Ko, she would have feelings for Ko. But Ko, if you guys have not picked up on the subtleties there, has feelings for Chie. And it looks like Ai is going to take things to the extreme, and she's getting ready to jump. This is a very extreme situation here. She's gonna literally go crazy up here, so we have to kind of talk her down. Not really any actual response here is gonna really change anything. She's not gonna jump. It's not coded in the game. That would be too rough. This isn't Persona 5. She's not Shiho. And now we're kind of getting a little bit of a confession from Ai, which is really giving her more of a rounded character, so to speak, instead of being, you know, this prissy girl who, you know, just comes off, and people have made jokes that she has a sugar daddy and stuff like that. And she really is coming off as in a different light at this time in this entire situation. And like I said, the one thing that the Persona franchise does better than most other franchises is its character development, its storytelling for each character. And I feel like there's some characters that don't get that great yay, you know, kind of moments, but Ai really kind of grows a lot. She's one of those characters that really grows a lot, and I've actually never considered romancing Ai. Her social link starts a little too late. The first couple playthroughs, I've always just been like, okay, well, it's going to be Yukiko, it's going to be Rise, it's going to be one or the other. So, I mean, we're kind of at that point where certain social links just come in too late. Like Naoto, for instance, comes in way too late, where if you're not already committed to someone, by this point in the game, if you're playing the way you are, you already have Chie maxed out, you already have Marie, you know, past Marie's romance link, you passed Rise's romance ring, Yukiko, you know, Chie, that's 4 of the girls, and that would leave us with Ai, Yumi, and Naoto at this point. Now, of course, she's literally saying, why don't we just go out, you know, until I feel better. Now, this is where I said we could have 3 possible endings. If we said sounds good, you're going to kind of get locked out of ever being able to have a romantic relationship with her whatsoever. You'll be kind of friend-zoned at rank 8, 9, or 10. And the social link kind of does progress in a slightly different manner in comparison to, say, the way we're going right now, where we can still end up with a platonic relationship, or we can still end up in a romantic relationship, which we're not going to do since we're already dating Yukiko. Now, this actually looks like a great time for us to call it a break once we get back to Dojima's place. My name has been Anger Banjo. I want to thank you guys for tuning in and bearing with me due to our audio issues. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to get this audio issue fixed. I'll see you guys later with more Persona 4 Golden.